The night slowly loosened its grip on the forest. The sounds that had once felt sharp and frightening grew softer, as if the trees themselves were finally allowing the darkness to rest. Cinderella opened her eyes as pale morning light slipped through the branches above her. Her body felt heavy, her legs ached, her throat was dry, but she was alive. She pushed herself up from the ground, brushing leaves from her dress. For a moment, she simply stood there, breathing, listening to the forest wake around her. "I made it through the night," she whispered, surprised by her own voice. Hope flickered, small, fragile, but real. She began to walk again, slowly at first, then faster. Every few steps, she stopped, turning in circles, searching for something familiar. But the forest still looked the same. Paths curved and disappeared. Trees stood close together, hiding the sky. The fear returned, softer than before, but heavier. "Please," she murmured, "just one sign." A sudden sound echoed nearby. Cinderella froze. It wasn't loud, it wasn't sharp, but it was close. Branches shifted, leaves rustled. Something moved behind the trees. Her heart pounded as she stepped back, her breath catching in her chest. "Not again," she whispered, tears filling her eyes. "I can't do this again." A shadow passed quickly between the trunks, large, fast, and gone before she could understand it. The forest seemed to close in, the air growing thick and still. Cinderella's legs gave way. She sank to the ground, pressing her hands to her face. "I just wanted to help," she cried softly. "I didn't mean for any of this." The sound came again, closer this time. Cinderella squeezed her eyes shut. A low sound drifted through the trees, deep and distant, making the ground beneath Cinderella feel suddenly unfamiliar. She could not see anything, but she felt she was no longer alone. Suddenly, a deep, heavy growl rolled through the forest, low and powerful, sending a wave of fear through Cinderella's heart. For a moment, she was certain a great wild beast was watching her from the shadows. Then, suddenly, a sharp bark cut through the silence. Cinderella looked up. From between the trees stepped a dog. Not large, not fierce. Its fur was rough and dusty, its ears alert. It stood between Cinderella and the shadows, barking again, loud and brave. The moving shadows stopped. The forest went quiet. The dog turned its head slightly, glancing back at Cinderella as if to check on her. Then it sat down, calm and steady. Cinderella stared, stunned. You scared it away," she whispered. The dog wagged its tail once. Slowly, carefully, Cinderella reached out her hand. The dog did not move away. She touched its head gently, and it leaned into her hand, warm, real, kind. A small laugh escaped her through her tears. "Thank you," she said softly. "I was so afraid." The dog stood and took a few steps forward, then stopped and looked back at her. "You want me to follow you?" Cinderella asked. The dog barked once and continued walking. Cinderella hesitated only a moment before following. Far away, beneath the trees on the other side of the forest, the prince had not slept. His eyes were heavy, his steps slow. The guards around him looked exhausted, their torches burning low. "We have searched all night," one guard said quietly. "Perhaps we should return and bring more men." The prince stopped. "No," he said firmly. "Not yet. But Your Highness, if she can survive this foster," the prince replied, his voice rough with exhaustion, "then I can survive searching it." He skessed forward again, deeper into the trees. In a small, quiet house, hidden far from the palace, a soft glow filled a private room. The stepmother stood alone. Before her, on a high wooden table, rested a glowing round glass sphere. Inside it, the forest moved like a living thing. Cinderella appeared within the glass, walking beside a dog. The stepmother's calm expression tightened. "A dog?" she muttered. "That was not product of the plan." She turned the sphere slightly. The opinion shifted. The proof appeared next. Still searching, Such refusing to turn back. Her brow clenched. "They are both serving," when each said coldly. She moved toward the door, an exposed old writing striking. Standing outside was her frozen cloak. "Mother did not equity. Such spurn this," she sang, pointing toward the glowing room. "Writing this still alive." The words summoned. "The forest is dangerous," she replied carefully, "but kindness still exact there."
"I did not ask for kindness," she said. "I asked for the girl to be removed from the prince's life." "She is stronger than you expected," the old woman said softly. "Some people do not break so easily." The stepmother stepped closer, her voice low and sharp. "Strength does not matter," she said. "I want results." The old woman looked away, fear flickering across her face. "I will try again," she whispered. The stepmother held her gaze. "Fix this," she said calmly, "or don't come back." The door closed. Inside the room, the crystal sphere glowed brighter. Back in the forest, the dog slowed its pace. Ahead, through the trees, a warm yellow light flickered. Cinderella stopped. "A light?" she whispered. The dog wagged its tail and continued.